Fred,
Cody Hatfield.
and we are fresh off
Fresh
the
off the
clock.
clock.
What's up, everybody? I know we said 6:30. That actually means 7 o'clock in fresh off the clock ease. So, I
If
was at
fresh
my
off the
niece's
clock
soccer
was on
game.
time, we wouldn't be fresh off the clock.
Exactly, we'd be fresh on the clock,
Facts. All right.
For my anime people out there, got a little hunter going on. Let us know in the comments below how the live is doing. Cody, you done a good job last week. Yeah, good man, good man.
Mm-hmm.
Did the title populate? Sometimes it doesn't. It did. Good.
How do you is the title football is back, or because that always be popping up in the comments? How you do that? That's kind of cool.
No, that's like the pinned comment through Facebook. I gotta like go into Facebook on my laptop and change that. That's on me, cause
No, I'm saying that's kind of cool. I like it.
I guess in this case it makes sense because football is back.
Yeah, and we're back.
We're back.
All right. My face, my concentration face. But yeah, we are back. What's up, everybody?
The live was good. What's going on, Code? What a crazy weekend for football, huh?
Crazy weekend for football. Aaron Rodgers is back. Go Steelers. Got us a Dublin win in Ireland. Love that. Absolutely love that.
And my Birds win another absolute thriller. I'll take it.
Thriller. Fred told me before the game, he was like, hands down, take Tampa Bay in any parlay. This is the one we lose. They're our kryptonite. I did it and I lost the parlay. Thanks, Fred.
Sorry about that. Go Birds. For those of you who were not here last week, typically we split these up. I'll do West Virginia by myself or with a guest on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, me and Cody will hop on and talk about Virginia. Well, it just made more sense the past 2 weeks just to do it all at one time, So I hope y'all don't mind. We're going to do the West Virginia first. It will not be like last week where we're 45 minutes in and have not even revealed player of the week yet, which I still do not know who it is. And then we will jump over to the Virginia side, and then Cody will go, be a loving father and a loving boyfriend, and I will go do the same. Don't have any kids, but I have a 16-year-old cat named James that I inherited from Miss Mason. So
we might have a cameo from children. We might have cameo from children, but Serena's doing homework, so we are going to watch her do homework in the background. We love it.
Mace's in there painting her nails, so we'll just do that from my desk. Nice feet. But
tell best friend-in-law she wants to make a business out of it. I know somebody who likes getting her nails done every 2 weeks.
Dude, no, we've talked about this. I guess a little bit of just side talk to really just get it ramped up, man. Me and my dream going into college was to own my own sports bar. Well, now I'm just trying to stop drinking, and I'm a little bit more relaxed now, more chilled out. So that's not so much in my dreams, but a sports coffee bar. Oh, I'm in, right? But Mason she's talked about doing nails out the back of it, or like even hair. She's very talented.
What did you say the name was going to be?
Oh, what was it, dude? It was hard. Was it fresh off the pot right there, bro? That's fire. No, fresh off. This stuff is fresh off the pot. We actually just upgraded from a Keurig to a coffee pot. Changes the game. Takes more time, but the taste of the coffee immensely better. If there's any coffee shops watching, I drink a lot of coffee. Probably shouldn't. Specifically, the Riverfront Roast House. If you're watching this, Mrs. Shannon, I would love to partner up with you. All you gotta do is just send me free coffee. I'll drink a cup on every video, and I'll give you your time to shine. Right there's my little. Put that out there.
Plug. My coffee. I like my coffee cold, and in an aluminum can in the form of Red Bull. So.
Wow, that sounds. Anyways, man, I'm glad I am out of car sales. I tell you that.
It gives you wings.
Dude,
no free sponsorships.
When we were at Cole Chevrolet, I used to drink like 2 Red Bulls a day and like 2 cups of coffee a day, bro.
Yeah, but that's why when you jump through a table, concussed yourself,
I was at ER the next day. Yeah, I was having a little bit of some They told me at the ER, Fred, you gotta stop drinking so just stop the Red Bulls. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee, but man, that's a little bit more controlled than just starting
It's
in Red
good to
Bulls to go grab ups. Buddy, what? But back in
all right.
those days, you almost drank Red Bull to be cool. Like,
Kind of, or like the monsters, so you can have like the little tab necklace thing. That was crazy. That was a
oh
wild
yeah,
time.
dude, you definitely smoked
2013.
cigarettes, and you smoked cigarettes in the bathroom, didn't you?
No,
And you kept a speaker in your backpack you just played music from. Every
JBL,
school
bro.
had those kids,
J-
man. Every school
JBL,
had those
man.
kids. What?
All
But
right,
this is a
we got
little
some
bit
people
before
in
your
here.
time, but you could hear NBA YoungBoy echoing the hallways at all moments at Mount View. I promise you that. But
That's a
we
little
are
bit.
here with some fresh off the clock Appalachia Pigskin Sports Talk, Part One, first half, Southern West Virginia. Man, for one, huge shout out to our sponsors on the West Virginia side, Bill Cole Bluefield, continuous sponsors of us. Big shout out to them. And Raynell Medical Center, man. Love them over there. They're great people. Everyone that on that team that's been in contact with me, I think they love us just as much as we love them, Cody. So big shout out to our friends over at Raynell Medical Center, better healthcare at home. And also big shout out to one of our biggest supporters, Mrs. Sarah Baker, home by Hicks and Co.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and while I'm here, shout out to Kirkin Creations Co. Shout out to Mrs. Jackie for all of
It's
your shirt needs
Jackie.
in the McDowell, Raleigh, and Mercer counties, even Tazewell County. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Go hit her up, Jackie Kirk on Facebook. That shirt that Cody's wearing right there, and all of our camp shirts. Ironically, I have one right here. Let me just give a little plug to Miss Jackie real quick, Code. Huh,
Right here.
dude, fire, bruh.
Fire.
These shirts come out amazing. This was for the charity softball baseball game. Man. So shout out to Miss Jackie too. Um, so what we've been doing is we've been starting these off with player of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, dude, this is another hard one, to be honest with you. So I guess before we dive into it, congratulations to Wyatt Klein of the Princeton Tigers for winning the hometown shell Route 460 Player of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
The Midnight County Player of the Week is coming. I don't have all of the stats in yet. You're probably wondering, stats? What do you mean? Both teams are on buys. That's the point, right? I'm trying to get in touch with Riverview Golf to see who, Mount View Volleyball is always going to be in it, Cody. They're still, I believe, haven't lost yet. That team's on a
Crazy.
roll, dude.
Raw.
Go Knights. But for football, and it's not just a football award, by the way, right? It is regional, which means just across the region, all sports. But in this case, some guys had some games, Code, and we're going to go
Mm-hmm.
over a couple options real quick, man. Buddy, what a weekend it was. First option, strong is going to be Silas Nelson. I believe it
Always.
was like 23 carries, 203 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Good night of football. And if you watch that game, he was running that wheel. Great game by him. You had Brody Hamrick, Greenbrier East, big win for the Spartans over Class 4 Oak Hill. Brody had, what was it, 260 passing, 3 tutties, and like 60 rushing yards. So he had 303. That's a strong candidate, too. Ryan Mann at James Monroe is a real threat to win back to back.
Mm-hmm.
He had a game. I believe he had like 304 total. So I don't know who wins it this week, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Also, Trey Lester from Sherman, bro. That guy's a
Had a
walking
game.
203 every week, bro. Hey, all I know is first team utility is reserved for Trey Lester this year, and I'm being honest. That
Yeah.
dude will give you 100 and 100. He'll give you 150 and 120. Like that dude is Christian McCaffrey in Southern West Virginia. I'm a fan. I really am.
That's crazy
Cody, I
how in sync
believe
we were. Crazy how in sync we were right there. Because in my brain, I was like, man, we just might as well give him the CMC award, the Christian McCaffrey award. Because
no for
I
real
mean, like you said, every week he's going to give you a buck 50 rushing, 100 yards receiving. He can do it all.
every week. And his floors too is 2 tutties. That
Yeah.
dude's a monster. Man, I love doing this part on live. Just to push pressure on me. Your week 5, Southern West Virginia Player of the Week, brought to you by Bill Cole Bluefield. and
Cody
Randall
Hatfield.
Medical Center is
Cody Hatfield. Appreciate you, Big Fred.
Brody Hamrick, Greenbrier East Spartans quarterback.
Shout
Senior.
out Brody.
Shout out to Brody Hamrick. I guess I'll pull his stats up here. I have him literally just sitting here. So Brody on the day, and this is super impressive. Super impressive too. 19 to 24 for 80%, 262 and 3 tutties. Then running the football, he had 59 rushing yards. So he ended up having, what's that, like 321 and 3 tutties. Young man, congratulations, Brody Hamrick, Player of the Week. I'll be in touch with Coach A to see what size shirt you do wear, big dog. Man, big win against Oak Hill. I guess we'll just kind of dive into it from there, you know. So basically, what our plan is, because I know some of you are tuned in to see our midseason awards, which that's coming to, just due to not time constraints. Like it's not like, oh, we're on program, we got to stay within these times, but with time constraints, right? We ain't trying to be on here for 2 hours. Which is why we do 2 separate episodes. Sorry about that, guys. But man, I mainly watched 3 games. I feel like I'm better at my job if I just focus on 3 football games. 3 the max is what my attention span can like lock into, you know. And one of those games, which it started at 7:30, was Oak Hill and Greenbrier East. And man, I mean from the jump, you know, um, Greenbrier East was just on it, man. Uh, AJ Godfrey, running back this year, number 22. That young man has been, dude. When he hits 100 yards, they don't lose. He finished with exactly 100 yards this past weekend. You know, he is just, bro, Cody. I'm about to send you a picture of this dude, bro. He is yoked, right? Like he is like Zach Charbonnet for the Seahawks. Like just, dude, just thick,
just
solid, yoked muscle, bro. Yeah, he's a traditional, true power back with some speed behind him. He's legit. When Brody Hamrick's on, that's a good football team. Yeah, dude, I was laughing at the Tim Stradboo memes today, just because it's like how that dude's the only guy to have a dirty jersey on like a turf field type of stuff, you know.
Where did the mud come from?
He just it like pours out of his skin, you know. Like that guy is just CTE, bro, for real. You know. But interesting. Greenbrier East actually got bumped up to number, I believe, 3 was it in the WVSSAC rankings, which is interesting. I mean, good for them. Number 2, Princeton got bumped down to 3. Greenbrier East. Them beating a 4A team is huge for them, right? Just for the rest of the year, no matter what happens, OT's going to keep on winning football games. You know. So Greenbrier East, man, sitting at 3-1. They have Shady Spring this week. You can expect them to win that football game. But also Shady, they got some athletes. You never know, you know. But Greenbrier East is definitely a different team than they were last year.
Yeah, didn't they go like 3-7 last year?
Yeah, so they've already like matched their win total this year. And they beat Woodrow, a good Woodrow team. You know, take class out of it. Just that little bubble of teams there, you'll want to at least be able to compete with the other ones. You know.
We got Hunter Sheldon in the comments saying, "What do you think about the Chilhowie Northwood game?" Hunter, stick around. We got about 20 minutes left on the West Virginia side. Then we're going to switch over to talk about SWVA, and we do have some thoughts on that game.
Peace up, A-Town, you know. But yeah, the Greenbrier East, man. That's a team. I mean, you know, those kids they've been in the weight room. Yep. Nate, you know, Nate Suttles, the guy that broke the track record, right?
Yeah.
Dude's quick. He had, I believe, 91 yards receiving. Stone, he had a pick 6. Grant Burdett finally woke up this season. He had, I believe it was 86 yards and 2 touchdowns right there, too. So
there we go.
Greenbrier East is a team that can definitely don't let them, because that team's rolling right now, and that's a good coaching staff. Shout out to my dog, Coach A, and Coach Lee. Love the guy. That's going to be a fun team moving forward, you know. So, Brody, my friend, congratulations on being our player of the week as well. We will have a graphic put up to you shortly. So, shout out to our Spartan fans.
Yes, and all player of the week honorees. Look out, we got shirts coming for you too. get up with your coaches, have the shirts sent to your
Yeah,
school.
that's
They're on the way.
And then also, I guess while we're on the West Virginia side of it, so yeah, moving forward. Oh, and I guess I'll touch base on them too because I'm a fan of them. Tate Thompson had like 130 again. That guy's a bona fide stud at running back for Oak Hill. Once that team gets healthy, man, I can see them getting to at least round two. Right, that's a team that they just got to find it, and they will. That's a great coaching staff up there. Two losses is the most regular season losses that they've had in like 3 years. So it'll definitely be interesting to watch them climb back into it. But that team's fine. That's a
Yeah.
big game that if they win, does wonders for the momentum. But
Mm-hmm.
it's also a game too that if you lose, it don't hurt too bad because that's a good team across from you. Maybe in the manner that they lost, it was a 45-7. That can be a little bit demoralizing there, but team will be fine. Now, game number two of our game of the week number two, was Bluefield and Independence. Buddy, that game not disappoint at all. I tell
Yeah.
you what, for one man, Willis Wilson,
Yeah.
young man broke his leg. He's out for the rest of the season. That is a hit to this Bluefield team. That, regardless, is a sleeper for a state championship in Double A. Not having your running back, who is one of the best, if not the best running back in the area, hurts a lot. A
Not just in the
lot. Now,
area, but in the state.
Jeremiah Jones, great. Like it's good that they have him. That guy can
Yeah.
definitely get yards for him. He's a great defender too. But man, losing Willis Wilson does suck. Does suck. Now, the rest of that team, shout out to Tylee Simon. He had, I believe, 95 yards receiving. That guy made some plays. Without Tylee Simon, that's a 50-10 game all day. That young man kept them in it for real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just extending plays, but I think the story that everyone can walk away from that game and think is, man, how does this Independence team not win a state championship? Dude, that red zone defense, they had like 3 stops in the red zone, which is like I'm talking about like fourth down turnovers, 3 of them. That's tough for any
Oh,
defense to do, especially against a high-powered offense that can throw the football well. And I mean, Max looked good, Pats looked good, but that Independence team, man, Brock Green didn't even have to throw the football too many times. Silas Nelson carried it 23 times, and he was running that wheel. That first touchdown, guy just
man.
bounced off of him. Silas looks big this year, man. That dude is
Does
yoked.
it
He's swole this year.
weight
Um,
room. Weight room junkie.
Bowling ball, wrecking crew. He looked unstoppable, man. I'm like, man, he looked good. He looked really good. If Willis Wilson isn't the best running back in the area, it's probably Silas Nelson. That dude's a monster. Between him and that red zone defense, buddy, it's gonna be a tough out. And then you have a quarterback in Brock Green. You got receivers in Lynx Waller and KJ Vyers. Man, that team is dangerous. And even the
Dangerous.
big boys up front and on that defense too, man. I saw a video today of Landon Riddle and so sorry, Isaiah.
Oh yeah.
Can't think of his name. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. Let me drink some more coffee. But man, yeah, Indy, super good team. It's gonna be they're a tough out. And Brock Green's only a sophomore. KJ Vyers is a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Silas graduates, but that team they reload. That's why they have Kennedy Award winners and multiple state championships in the past decade. That team just reloads for real.
Just literally reloads every year. With John Lilly at the helm, that team will go every year. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to compete.
And now, so typically we would pick 3 games on this side of the state line. Or one of the game of the weeks that kind of as one of the game of the weeks for both sides was Princeton and Ram.
Yeah.
Cody, did you want to talk about that after the Virginia side?
Yeah. Let's get through West Virginia and Virginia, and then we'll end it with Princeton Graham.
All right, cool. So what I will do here, because like I said, I can talk confidently about the games that I sat there and watched most, if not every single play of. So I'm gonna just run through a couple of scores here, just to kind of give y'all the rundown here, right?
You
So
got it.
Indy and Bluefield was 31-10. Dude, what? Sorry. My voice button hit on my phone, so like as I'm talking, just typing. So going from the top, Princeton 33, Graham 14. We're going to touch base on that one. Greenbrier East 45, Oak Hill 7, Pikeview 34, Shady 6. Shout out to Braden Mullins. He had a big game.
We had a Braden Mullins comment. Leslie Williams Simpkins was hoping for Brady Mullins for Player of the Week in the comments.
Don't worry, Braden. Listen, keep on going, big dog. Keep on going for real.
I'm sure he'll catch it one time this year. The way he's been playing, I'm sure he'll get it.
And if he doesn't catch that, we need to get a billboard on 52 for you. Listen, Braden, we'll get you in there. I promise you, buddy. Number 4, Mendo Central 58, Wyoming East 7. I believe Mendo dropped down to number 7, if I'm not mistaken. That team, dog, what? Aiden Burke had 100 yards. Bam Coleman done his thing. Jameer Knuckles is a dog. Huh?
Mingo dropped fifth.
Yep. Yeah. So that team, dude, they play. Oh man, dude, I have all this stuff written down. Why is it not in the front of my head? Mingo plays Scott this week, which last year Scott beat them. Actually, they're on a streak of losing to Scott. Scott, I believe, blew them out last season, but I believe this might be the opposite this season. To be honest with you, James Monroe 38, Narrows to 8 across the state line rival there. Ryan Mann went ludicrous. Midland Trail 41, Summer Standing 0. Midland Trail's having a sneaky, quiet, good season. And then Liberty 48, Buffalo 0. Shout out to Liberty for getting on the board. Meadowbridge sitting they are now in Single A. Meadowbridge is number 5. They beat Valley 55-12. Sherman won 40-20. Sherman is now sitting at number 3 in Single A. So shout out to Trey Lester, Christian McCaffrey. Man with a big win, 20-0 against Greenbrier West. That defense allowed -2 rushing yards, I believe is what the stat was, which is nuts. That defense went crazy. And then Tulsa got him a dub over Calhoun County, 52-12. That didn't get Tulsa in, which is crazy because they beat number 16 by 50 points. But Greenbrier West dropped down. Man is at 15 now. Montcalm sitting at 12. Tudd dropped down to 10. It was their bye week. Meadowbridge down to 5. Sherman up to 3. So those are the Southern West Virginia Single A schools. Now going up to Double A real quick. Indy sitting strong at 1. Mingo drops down to 5. And I guess that's because Philip Barber got a jump in points there. Logan up to 6. Bluefield down to 7. Midland Trail up to 9. West Side up to 11. That's one of our game of the weeks this week. James Monroe down to 12. Yeah, so right there's a fun one. And then going up to AAA, Greenbrier East up to 2. Princeton drops to 3. Pikeview drops to 15. Which I hope Pikeview just gets in to get in, man. Give them kids that game. Give them the game, you know. Then going up to 4. Woodrow sits at 8. Riverside down to 15, and Oak Hill drops down to 9. So, there's our dogs in those fights, you know. But
appreciate you, Brandon. Brandon West said, second time watching, awesome show. Thank you, Brandon. We appreciate you tuning in, man.
Brandon, thanks, big dog. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the family, you know. I guess there's some instant thoughts is one. West Side. That team, I'm loving it. And they're going to get some love here in just a couple minutes. So are we doing the preseason awards at the same time or just like West Virginia, then we switch over to Virginia?
Well, let's do the West Virginia, switch over to Virginia. We'll do Virginia talk. Then we'll do the preseason award for Virginia, and then we'll finish off talking about Princeton Graham.
All right.
Wait. For
all of you who's here.
Donnie Clark. Southwest Virginia talk is coming in about 10 minutes. Stick with us. We can definitely touch up on Ridgeview versus Paintsville. Definitely talk about it a little bit. It's a big game.
Big game.
Big game.
So, mid-season awards, man. I'm gonna just hit him off the dome, man. So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna talk about our first ballot, then we got the second ballot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll put no graphics up because this is just mid-season award stuff. We probably will. Why
Just
not? I love a good graphic, especially if it's a template. Drop and
Fred's turned
push.
into a graphic designer, so like he's going
Dude,
to put
I'm
up a
having
graphic.
so much fun. It's a great
He's
time.
going to put up a graphic.
Um,
So yeah, hit us with your
MVP.
front runners. So
Yep,
your front runners, and then hit us with your sleepers.
the sleepers.
Mm-hmm.
But before I do that, I'm edging everybody. So what we will do is, I do want to talk. We won't even elaborate on them because we're closing on my 30-minute time slot.
You got 5
The
minutes.
West Virginia Game of the Weeks this week. West Virginia Game of the Weeks. There are no 4A, there are no 3A schools involved. And we try to aim Game of the Weeks being two regional, teams.
Okay.
Tug Valley and Riverview is going to be a good one. Liberty and Westside, that's going to be another good one. I just love watching Westside play good teams. Just this Liberty team, do not
Yes.
let the 1-4 score jerk you by any means. Listen, Jackson Workman's been a monster this year, bro. That guy, they haven't been winning every single game, but that dude's been going out there and giving you 303 every week, bro. No
That's how I
matter
feel about
if you got
Honecker
to
on the
throw it.
SWVA side.
And then our third game of the week is Sherman at Man. That's a big game, dude. That's like a little rivalry
Sherman.
down there for real. This will be one of the more difficult games Sherman has had. Man, firing off right now. They're sitting at 15, just barely getting into the club. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Sherman's the bouncer, and so we're about to find out real quick. So shout out to Sherman and Trey Lester. And then also Caleb Mullins, and man, Caleb Mullins is having a great season. He had another week where he put up one, I believe it was like 150. So Southern West Virginia All Area Awards so far. So this is just mid-season. All right, mid-season
Mm-hmm.
awards. It's nothing official. Right, we
Yeah,
ain't
it's
crowning
just
nobody,
that's fun.
nothing crazy. This is halfway through the regular season. Who, if the season ended tomorrow, would win our awards that we've been doing for 2 years now? Now, for
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia, it's real easy for me. MVP Brad Mosser, Princeton.
Yeah.
Done. Done. I know we do a special teams player of the year. We aren't. That's not involved in this direct
Yeah.
midseason awards. That's on us. It just hit me, to be honest with you. Offensive player of the year. And this is where it's a little bit harder. A little bit harder because you have some guys.
Guys.
I think it goes Silas Nelson, Independence.
Ooh.
I think it goes to Silas Nelson, Independence. Now, defense player of the year. Tagan Hackney, Mingo Central. That dude is just having a generational season at linebacker. I don't believe
Literally.
there's a game where he's had less than 16 tackles. He had a game where he had 24 tackles. That guy, he's getting sacks, TFLs, picks. He's just that Mingo Central defense is one of the best in the state, and he's in the middle of it. That is definitely young man's going crazy down there.
Just a
Coach of the
magnet for
year
the
is
ball.
also an easy one. Will Daniels, West Side,
Easy.
right now.
Easy.
West Side,
Easy.
they had to replace not just the engine, but they had to replace the transmission in that car. They had to replace the interior in that car. They had to build this car again from the ground up, pretty much. They had a couple of pieces from last year. Cam York's a dog, Sanders is a monster, but to replace your all-world quarterback and your head coach, and still be in the thick of it is impressive. I thought West I would have a down season. I
Same.
mean, serve my words on a golden platter. That team's sitting at 3-1. They have a chance to go 4-1. Man, that is some good stuff. So Will Daniels, for me right now, is coach of the year without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Number
Same.
2. Now, so right there it is. We got Brad Mosser, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Silas Nelson, Independence, Defensive Player of the Year, Taden Hackney from Mingo Central, Coach of the Year, Will Daniels, and don't forget Freshman of the Year, is for me right now for West Virginia is KJ Byers, Independence, wide receiver. Young man is having a freshman year, cuz for real, he's going crazy. So yeah. Now my second ballot. This is where it gets a little bit fun. My second ballot MVP, if I had to pick, man. So are we doing this if like all of those guys are off of the board, right?
Yeah. So take them off the board. Who is somebody that's coming right up on their heels, right? Like this is the
Who's
person
been the
that
second most valuable player? Man, this is rough, dude. This is hard. Because there's a
hard for
couple
me.
of guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can go Silas Nelson, but if he's off of the board, regardless in the conversation, it has to be Brock Green.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you got to put Matt Simpson in it too. He's
Got
been
to.
big for that team this year. Um,
Aiden Burks.
who?
Aiden,
Aiden. Aiden's been like that. I
Aiden
don't know
Burks.
if
Aiden
he's
Burke.
the team
Put the S
MVP.
on the end of it.
Like say Jameer Knuckles right now to me might be the team in it. That defense might get that game ball.
Offensive,
So I'm gonna go second ballot
offense or defensive player.
MVP.
He's got 4 interceptions.
He's going crazy. My
Mm-hmm.
second team MVP, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Trey Lester, to be honest with you. When you think about MVP, most valuable player, what level of work does this guy do for this football team, right?
That's exactly what you got to think
Sherman,
about. Is this team
Sherman
where they're at
definitely
without this player? That's how
no,
I justify MVP.
they're not. And that's a good football team. Eli Pauly, their quarterback, is second in the league in pick or in the state in picks at forward, playing DB. Dawson Green, he's a bulldozer on both sides. Right, that's a good football team. But Trey Lester is having a special season. Having a special season. Um, Offensive player of the year. If that's the case, I'm gonna stick with running back. I'm gonna give it to Bryson Eli from Tug Valley. Someone else having a special. I know he missed the game because of injury, but he should be back. Special season. The dude's a walking 203. He put up
Mm-hmm.
306 when he won Player of the Week. All right, that guy's like that. So two single A running backs right there getting that one. Defensive player of the year to me, man, it might be like it's hard. You got Xander Uden up at Midland Trail. I believe he's at like 9 sacks. Isaiah Conley for Independence. He's in that conversation too. Landon Riddle's been, bro. That Independence defense, everybody on that defense can get in on that talk for real.
The whole defense is
Um,
defensive player of the year.
Jeremiah Jones from Bluefield has been a popular name popping up a lot lately. Levante Kinney from Logan at corner, he has 4 picks. Um, Second team defensive player of the year. I have to submit something, huh? Do 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 do
Listen,
do.
this is your court. You got the shot. I'm just
I'm gonna give it to Xander Uden from Midland Trail. To be honest with you, that guy's having a season. He's having a season. Midland Trail, they're cooking right now. They're cooking. You know, coach of the year, second team, without a shadow of a doubt. You could give it to either of them. Nick Booth, Logan. This team has not lost yet. They are 4-0, I believe. They might be 5-0. They're 4-0. They just had the bye. This is a football team that won 3 games last year. So they are turning things around. Ray Lee is in the conversation too about Greenbrier East. They're having a great turnaround season. So then freshman of the year, my backup for West Virginia. Man, that's a hard one.
I have no idea. I cannot give you a freshman of the year in West Virginia. I have no idea. That's Fred's. If y'all haven't noticed, that's Fred's thinking face right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Brow
just sit
down.
on this one for now. To be honest
Hmm.
with you, I'm gonna have to just sit on it.
Let us know in the
Wait a
comments.
minute.
Who do you think freshman of the year B team could be? Or who do you think freshman of the year in West Virginia could be as a whole? Look, hold on, let me put my Fred face on.
Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, uh, I believe is he a freshman, right? Oh, he's a sophomore. Never mind. We're gonna keep it rolling. All right. So yeah, there's the West Virginia. Second team, we got Trey Lester as the MVP. Bryson Eli as the offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year, Xander Uten with Midland Trail. Coach of the year is Nick Booth from Logan. And rookie of the year, not a clue. Not a clue. So,
Not a clue.
anyways, there's the West Virginia. Now 34 minutes. Not bad. Not hateful.
Not bad.
Oh,
Not bad on your part at all.
oh, did we just change the border? Ooh,
What just happened?
ooh.
Feel like we're
Sorry,
in
guys.
Southwest Virginia now. Southern West Virginia.
Sorry, y'all.
Southwestern Virginia.
We're just changing
So far.
clothes real quick. We're getting undressed and getting back dressed. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Fred over here at Fresh Off the Clock, and we are about to hit SWVA.
Yeah. What's up, Big Fred? SWVA. Stand up, 276. Know what it is. All right, everybody. We got some comments about SWVA football going on. But beforehand, let's talk about it. You know what we do? Player of the week for SWVA. Fred, do you remember who it is?
Oh, I do. Do you?
Reed? No. Completely forgot. It's only my second favorite running back in the whole region. The man that you would you just don't say it yet. You say his name and you're like, oh, that's a running back. That ain't no running back.
Are you familiar with like WWE at all?
Who, me? Yeah.
Do you know what's the guy's name? Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Is anybody in the comments gonna hit it with me?
Bro, when you said it that second time, that clicked. It worked so well too.
Oh yeah, no,
It
dude,
worked
100%.
so well.
Have you saw the videos where like they'll like say his name backstage and he'll like appear in like a refrigerator or anything? Dude, you should look into it. Say his name and he appears.
Listen, my WWE
I
knowledge
said
kind of ends at 2006, so
mine too until I discovered Facebook.
But your SWVA, your Southwestern Virginia Player of the Week, Patrick Henry's Jeb Stewart.
Let's go, Jeb!
Let's go. Jeb had 341 rushing yards, 70 receiving yards, 80 kick return yards, and 6 total touchdowns. Patrick Henry won 61 to John Battle's 38, and it was all on the back of Jeb Stewart.
Jeb Stewart.
And it wasn't nowhere near. That was not a hard decision. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Mike Reese is always going to be in the conversation.
Always.
But that 341 rushing yards, man, 70 receiving, 80 return, almost 500 all-purpose yards right there. 6 total touchdowns.
You got to give it to on the back of Jeb.
On the back of
Jeb.
Also,
back of Jeb.
Another candidate that was in there, Parker Lowe. Shout out to Parker for breaking the single game scoring touchdown passes, which is crazy when you think about, the quarterback whose shoes he had to come in and fill with Peyton Music. I mean, that generational quarterback, if you're not Honaker, because they had, just NFL legend tight end playing quarterback for him, Heath Miller. So to break a record that Heath Miller doesn't have or that Peyton Music held, shout out to that young man.
As a freshman. That's like, hey, do you mind if I copy your homework? Sure, but don't make it look obvious. Go from Peyton to Parker. You know
what makes it even better too? He had 7 touchdowns, and only 2 of them went to Avery Music. Only 2 of those 7 went to Avery.
That's crazy.
You would think that like all 7 of them went to Avery, because when he touches the football, it's a touchdown. So shout out to that.
Shout out to Jeff Stewart. Do you know who this player of the week is brought to you by?
Who is it brought to you by, Fred? I love when you do these plugs.
First Community Bank. Oh, dude, we missed a sponsor on the West Virginia side. Hey, shout out to Burton Herbert. We didn't put him on the border.
The new sponsor.
They're our sorry, y'all. I got to do a new border. That's on me. Mm-hmm. I'll get you up there. Hey, big shout out to them. Sorry, the bank. I was like, but for the Virginia side, shout out to First Community Bank. Mrs. Sarah Baker, home by Hicks & Co. and Judson Supermarket. Because every good town needs a super good place like Judson Supermarket. There we go.
Listen, if
Keep
you
it
don't do
rolling,
the
Cody.
jingle, at least once a stream, is it really a fresh off the clock stream?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Don't forget. Oh yeah, Silas Nelson. Okay. Brandon West said he's going to be elite by the time he's a senior. Not far from it now. I believe he's talking about Parker, because yeah, Brandon, he is right on the cusp of being an elite. Really, he's going to be one
Dude,
of
that
those quarterbacks.
slow-mo that Camden Beaver sent into us was crazy.
Background was amazing. It was beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
It
But
doesn't get much better than that, man.
getting into a couple games. Our games of the
So shout out
week.
to Jeb, player of the week.
Shout out to Jeb,
Jeb Stewart.
player of the week. Patrick Henry. Graphics and videos will be going up either tonight or tomorrow morning. Graphic guy.
Oh yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. So game of the week, fan voted game of the week was Chilhowie versus Northwood. Northwood 3-0 for the first time since like 2000 and forever ago.
Wow.
Go Panthers. I'm such a Northwood fan. This game just got a little bit away from them. Chilhowie has a 3-headed freshman monster that is just incredible. And not only do they have a 3-headed freshman monster, their starting quarterback from the last 2 years, he is back. He was back this game. Asher Chapman. Asher went 6 for 7, 70 yards and a touchdown. They're trying to get him acclimated back in the game. They went with a 2-quarterback system just to make sure, we get him rolling. The other quarterback, Bryce Rollins, went 3 for 3, 107 yards and a touchdown. Freshman phenom running back, Gunnar Milhorn, went 13 carries, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Garrett Dickerson had 111 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Northwood just really couldn't get anything going on the ground. They did everything. Chilhowie did everything they had to just really stifle out that offense, that running game they have with Brody Waddle. I didn't know Brody Waddle was 6'5". Had no idea. Yeah, kid is huge. He's like 6'5", 220. I had no idea. I thought he was like maybe 6 foot, 205.
Like, if you ever saw him, he would like quiver in fear,
Terrified.
What?
What'd they say in Dazed and Confused? Yeah, he's a Mack truck, 6'2", 250 Mack truck driver. It's just crazy. Northwood is going to be fine. They're going to be okay. They're going to bounce back. Starting your season out 3-1, 4-1 is not ever bad. That is a great tone setter for you. Sometimes when you're feeling undefeated, you're high on the cloud, you need to get smacked in the mouth to bring you back down like work's not done. Job's not finished. Now we know where to go. Now we know what to correct.
Everybody, I apologize if you're reading the clicker. I did not update the weeks, so this is a week 5 recap, a week 6 preview. Just put that out there. Sorry about that, y'all.
Of week 6, really kind of week 7 because of week 0, but it's confusing. Virginia has way too many weeks in football, but not enough. Other game of the week was a barn burner. Lebanon Pioneers versus the Richlands Blue Tornadoes. We are huge fans of both of these teams. Fred's a little bit more of a Richlands fan than I am, just because of Tazewell County. I will always pull for Tazewell County teams as long as they're not going against Graham. It is what it is.
Dude, Cody, I may have to get a tattoo of Mike Reese.
You're going to have to get a tattoo of Mike Reese. They was talking about it today in the comments. They was commenting on a post.
Yeah.
Said, get your tattoo gun ready.
I saw it, bro. Dude, if Mike Reese hits 5,000 yards, I mean, I guess I have to. You think I won't get a Reese and a tattoo somewhere? You're crazy.
Because you was talking about it last week. You was like, he's got to average like 380 passing yards per game for the rest of the season. Well, Mike Reese went 22 for 31, 472 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and on the ground he had 12 carries for 53 yards, a touchdown, and on defense he had an interception. What can't he do? What can he
Shout out
not
to Tyler Talking
do?
Sports, by the way, for their sideline coverage of all of your Lebanon Pioneer football games.
For real,
So
awesome.
they had a great view of that pit that Mike Reese had.
Great
Man.
view. Great view. Mike
Hey,
Reese.
shout out to him. Shout out to him.
I don't understand why more. Like, I know he's committed. He's committed to UVA wise, great college, great university. But why are these smaller Division I teams not knocking? Why are they not here? It's not like he's little. He's 6'3". He's huge. He's the same size as Steph Curry with a cannon, and he can run, and he can run. It blows my mind. But
now, do you think that he would be? My thing is, when we had him on, I talked to him some about him choosing UVA wise, and he seemed his whole thing was just they hopped on him early, and
yeah.
it just felt like home from day one to him. The coaching staff, everybody, was really just they've been on him this entire process. If a small Division I school does knock on his door, do you think he does it, or does he stay home?
If Appy State comes
My
knocking,
thing
I
is
think he
UVA
switches.
wise, he could probably go on there, step on the field, and play early. I would imagine.
If not as a freshman, as a sophomore, he would definitely.
Imagine the Mike Reese college highlights we post. Oh, cannot wait for it.
Well, my thing is Peyton Music's there already.
No, Peyton's at Emory and Henry.
Did he go to Emory? I thought he went to UVA wise.
No,
Right,
Peyton's Peyton's at Emory and Henry.
What if they end up playing each other?
Dude, that'd be crazy. Now, let's get even crazier. What if Toby goes with him? That would be dope.
Because that connection, deadly. For the second straight week, Toby Baker went 10 receptions for 216 receiving yards and a touchdown. Second week in a row that he had 200 receiving yards. And I was watching Tyler's Talking Sports earlier, and they're predicting that he's going to have a third week in a row this week with 200 plus receiving yards, and I don't doubt it.
Who does Lebanon play?
I don't know yet. Haven't looked into it. I can find it real quick. Give me 30 seconds or less. Listen, my Mondays and Tuesdays are packed.
Hey, shout out to Jeb Stewart, man. Patrick Henry, workhorse, player of the week.
Oh, not Lebanon. I need Lebanon. They play, and I quote, John Battle.
Oh.
I'm not saying nothing about John Battle because shout out to them.
Shout out to my Trojan fans.
They fight.
Great people. Facts.
Huge John Battle fans. We got him one, but it's either going to be Toby has 50 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns, or he has 350 receiving yards and a touchdown.
And 350 touchdowns.
I mean, really. Or it could be a Lane Jesse game, and nobody wants to see Lane Jesse in the hole. Nobody. Lane Jesse had, which is crazy to me that he had this type of game too. Also, so preference that he had 95 receiving yards. Lane Jesse had 95 receiving yards. That's not a stat you're going to hear every day from that young man because he is.
Well, it has, dude. I believe he's at more receiving yards than rushing yards right now.
Right now. But that area of offense that they're running in Lebanon is crazy. He also had 36 rushing yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, he's just a receiving back. He can do it all.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Luke Garrett, too, since we're here,
Yeah, shout out to Luke.
Then on the Richland side, though.
It's constantly. It's throughout
crazy.
The on the Richland side, you had Andrew Boyd, consistent, Mr. Consistency.
Yep.
He's going to have 200 passing yards every game. He went 214 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 21 carries for 104 rushing yards. Give it everything you got. He gave it everything he got. I mean, it is what it is. Landon Absher, got to say it right. He contributed to two total touchdowns, one receiving, one rushing. Man, the highlights from that game, we didn't do it justice. We didn't post it enough, but our boys Tyler Talking Sports, they were there, they were posting it up. Never want to step on anybody's toes, but some of them catches, man, by Toby was crazy. Richlands pulled within, I believe, a touchdown at one point, and then Mike Reese. Richlands started stacking the box. So at the beginning of the game, Richlands was like, I don't even know. It's kind of like a quarters defense. They had two down linemen at one point. Literally two down linemen. Everybody else was in the back trying to stop this passing game. And Mike Reese was gashing them. He'd look up, see the lane, took off. It was like, you know what? We can't let Mike Reese beat us with his legs. So we're going to drop some people back down into the box. And then it was a wrap. It was over. It was a wrap from there. Richlands' fault. Richlands' fault. It was a very good game. It was closer. It was a closer game than the score leads on. 11-42. Richlands 21. Good game, man. But that's the two games I want to talk about the most. I got one more game I want to talk about. Sorry.
Hey, shout out to Union. Shout out to the Bears. How about that, huh? Shout out to the Union Bears.
Right. Union has allowed 5 touchdowns on the season. 5.
Disgusting.
Out of all the games,
they've allowed big 5. Game. Keith Chandler, they're just getting him reps to keep his legs loose, and he still put up 92 yards. And that's Central-wise. Nothing against Central-wise, but football's not been their strong suit the past couple of years. That's supposed to happen, But this week.
Wait. Before we touch on that, Roll Retreat and George Wythe came down to 1 point. George Wythe, 33. Roll Retreat, 32. Caden Gorley Hill. I don't know how to say his name. I don't want to butcher it too bad. But he had 13 carries, 118 yards, 2 tutties. Caden Arby, I think. Yeah. Is it? Sure. IRBY? I think it's Arby. Irby? Ooh, I think it's Irby. He had 111 receiving yards. And, Mr. Superman, Penwright from Rural Retreat had 21 carries, 156 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 127 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. That ended up being game of the week for us. I know we didn't watch it as much. I looked at some highlights, read about it and stuff. What a game. I don't think there was a closer game, a better game to watch than that game right there. So definitely wanted to give them a mention.
Unless you waited until Monday night.
Oh, yeah. The game last night, Virginia High versus Grayson County. What a game. I saw in the comments too that got postponed because of a lightning delay. So did the Carroll County game as well. But I seen that their quarterback, Maverick Good, did not get to play in that game or didn't get to finish that game. And that's their guy. So what would it have looked like if he got to finish that game? What would that have looked like?
I believe they called that Carroll County game. They decided not to continue it. Virginia High right up to Independence, Virginia, and continue that game.
When
did we ever do the Virginia High stats? Did you text the coach?
Nobody sent them in. When Carroll County and Fort Chiswell got postponed, it was 48-0. So I'm sure they definitely called that.
Ain't no reason to keep on playing that football game.
No, none. But yeah, a look ahead at this week coming up. I'm tripping. It was not. That was last week's. I don't know. Too many stats on my phone. But yeah, look ahead at this week. Already know what the game of the week is this week. Gate City versus Union, Mountain 7, Region 2D front runners. Who's going to take it? Excited. That will definitely be the game I tune into on Friday night. Super excited about that game. Two-headed running back room at Gate City going crazy. All around 37 seniors, 22 starters, Union, just steamrolling everybody. Excited to see that game
And
very,
they're
very much.
fighting with Ridgeview and Union right now for first place in that Mountain 7.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Gate City
this is
is
a big game. This is a very big
important,
game.
super important.
Man, dude, who would have thought Ridgelands would be over Graham in the Southwest? That's crazy.
I don't want to talk about it.
Crazy.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about
Well,
it at
we
all.
all
Oh, you can.
that's a big game. Shout out to Corey Bird and Walker Hillman. Gate City, they'll be on tomorrow night, y'all. Stay tuned, by the way. Ka-chow. Shout out to Coach
And
Housewright. We were gonna try to do it tonight,
since
but it was a little bit just got late with everything. So we're that video will be up tomorrow night. Actually, Gate City interview with Walker Hillman, Corey Bird, and maybe a third. That was
since you
hard.
talked about since you talked about Ridgeview, might as well. They asked about it in the comments too. Ridgeview is facing Paintsville out of Kentucky. I believe it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky, Tennessee. It's one of them states. They're 5-1. They are 5-1.
Mm,
They're in 1A, District 8. This is a team that with a rushing attack
bro,
that's
this is a
crazy.
big week for Mountain 7. Gate City
Huge
could
week for
end
Mountain
this
7.
week sitting on top.
Yep.
Union could end this week sitting on top with
With a district
a
win.
1 game lead. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the beautiful part is a lot of these teams have nothing but district play left after this
Yeah.
week, you
Yeah.
know?
So in Virginia, once you get past week 5, it's basically district play. Most of your district games are going to be after week 5 and past.
And I have most of them pulled up here if you just kind of want to run through them before we get into the Grand Princeton game.
Hit them. Well, we got to talk about the midseason awards.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Maybe we do some district talk next week, you know?
Yep.
I'm down for that, you know? Yeah, the little hashtag district dive, huh?
Maybe jump into it later in the week.
But Lebanon right now is leading the Southwest. So that Graham game, I mean, does Graham get past Virginia High and Lebanon? Man, that's gonna be crazy. They got Marion this week, so they'll finally get on the board and just play a district game, you know.
Yep.
But man, speaking about Graham code. So what are we doing? This recap of that game first, and then we're gonna head into the midseason.
We can, yeah, if you want to. Pull my hair out already. I'll tell you that from go. Pull my hair out. There was a controversial call. I don't even want to talk about
I'll
that
be
yet.
the one to say it.
I'll say it. That's Graham's
There's
ball.
been a lot of hostility spread among social media when referring to this game, which sucks, you know, because that takes part of it out of it. I say this unbiasedly, as I'm a big fan of both programs. For one, Graham, they showed up. They showed out.
They showed up.
Keep it a buck.
For
Game was not nearly as close as the game wasn't nearly as far away as the score reflected. You know,
Princeton pulled away with less than 5 minutes left in the game. It was a one possession. I think it was almost a 1-point game.
Yeah, so it was
When
a
that fumble
1 point
happened?
game. Or no, I believe it was a 6 point game whenever the fumble happened.
Yeah, it would have been a 1-point game if Graham scores there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes. But there's just a couple of things with it, right? Graham, I did not expect them to play as well as they did play for the most part.
No. If you was here on the last live last week, I mean, I was saying everything but saying I thought Graham was going to lose. And for them to show up and really hold this Princeton offense to 13 points for 3.5 quarters colored me impressed because they took Brad Mosser out of the game. Took him out of the game.
He still had two tutties. They were
did.
rushing on the goal line, whatever, so be it. But they had trouble with Wyatt Klein.
If Brad's not breaking off a 70-yard screen pass, that's taking him out of the game for me. Wyatt Klein showed up, put the team on his back. Alex Cox, team on his back. Chance gonna beat Chance. Cox. But
Damian Thomas, that defensive tackle, hey, I'll give him some love, big dog. Jimmy Bolin had 5 pancakes. Now, I'll say it. That was Graham's football, right? We all saw the clip.
100%. Yeah.
We all saw the clip. There's no question in that, right? It was obviously the wrong call. Now, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the game, and the views of the referees, that's what makes it difficult because that's when football almost turns into a show, into a play,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to, there's an aspect of football that does go into almost acting, right? When it comes down to that, there's no instant replay accessible for these referees unless you're at the state championships, you know? Um, so when that play happens, like I don't want to say you want to have to teach your guys like hey, when something like this happens, don't stop fighting to make sure you come out with that football because then that's where because Brad coming up with the football is what sold it,
That's
right?
what sold.
That's what sold it right there. Regardless, you got refs from different angles. There weren't any refs that had a direct angle to it. Brad coming up with the football is what sold it. It's
Yeah.
real easy for us to rewind the clock and say, hey, that's an obvious Graham fumble recovery. Kind of like with Princeton last year with that Parkersburg South game. No
Yeah.
one knows if it was a catch. Coach Tanner said that it wasn't a catch, right? But who come out with the ball? Princeton did, right? At
Yeah.
that point, you do the part to sell it because they can't argue evidence. We don't have instant replay by any means. That's what sucks about that. Now, also, I hate theoreticals.
I'm not playing theoreticals. If Graham recovers the football, if they don't recover the football, that's not the reason why they lost. 30 plus
Exactly.
penalties. 30 plus penalties
As,
is why you lost that game. That's why you lost that
mhm.
football game. I can't remember exactly what the breakdown was, but Graham had a couple more than Princeton. It was a total of 57 penalties. So both teams atrocious for penalties. Like that is
Atrocious.
you're the two premier programs in our area right now, and you're expected to lead by an example on a field every night. 57 penalties, especially coming off of a bye week. Like you're supposed to be tuned in. This is you had both teams had a bye week going into this game. So silly mistakes and uncalled for personal fouls, that should never happen. I know that these kids, just like when I was in high school, you intermingle with these other players basically on a daily basis. And I know social media is way more prevalent now, and you're constantly Snapchatting, Instagram, Facebooking, TikToking constantly with each other. And stuff gets a little chippy, it gets a little heated because bragging rights are always on the line. But 57 penalties combined is unacceptable. 30 plus for one team is
I know
makes me
both
want to pull
coaches
my
had their
hair out.
teams running yesterday. They had to. They
I
had to.
told Fred, me and Fred were on the phone. I told him that if I was these coaches, I would have got together at the end of the game and had the teams combined run gassers. We're going to do it as a squad. Everybody's going to run gassers. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. But that to me is why Graham lost that game. You had a couple opportunities where you would get a first down, personal foul happens, pulls you back 15 yards. The game was there. And that fumble was not the reason why you lost the game. It definitely played into it. It definitely was a shot to the gut. But there was 6 minutes left in that game. And then the following play, Alex Cox takes it 98 yards. Following
That's
play,
what done it.
ball don't
Because
lie,
even
man.
at that point, you get the safety, and then you
Yeah.
just get the football back, and you just keep it rolling.
Yep.
Yeah. What a crazy game.
Crazy game.
Dalton Roberts was back. Back from a pretty
Big
bad
Dalton.
concussion.
Yep. Big Dalton had a
Coach
game,
Palmer ran
man.
that man after coming back from a concussion,
I
and
thought
I
it was
saw
Mike
three
Dick at
straight
one point,
quarterback
man.
keeps. And I was like, man, he does not want Dalton to be able to walk with his kids, does he? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Dude
I
just got
promise
back from
you,
like a severe concussion, and we're just gonna call the
nobody.
quarterback keep. And then it worked, by the way.
And then, yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say
like
that's why Coach
criticizing. I'm
Palmer is
just
like
saying,
that's why Coach Palmer's the Mad Hatter, man. He's just like Les Miles. He's gonna do something that you don't expect every week.
bro, the kid had to wear sunglasses to shower, and he's over here running quarterback keep 4 times straight. That's crazy, bro.
Gaining 45
Uh,
yards, you know.
yeah, bro, listen,
Worked.
Dalton. I told Cody, I was like, they must think Dalton's Cam Newton. Next play, Dalton breaks one. I was like, I guess he is Cam Newton. That's crazy. Hey,
Like,
now,
oh,
do I think that this Graham team has a completely different identity with Dalton at quarterback? 100%.
100%.
Garrett, who he had some good plays at DB. That PBU was clean,
Oh,
very
yeah,
high
that
ceiling of an
freshman.
athlete. But you have your quarterback who led this same team to a state championship. And that was this year. Like that was in 2025. That game. Wait, no, what? That's the Super Bowl. I'm tripping, cuz my fault.
December of last year.
Anyways, I'm cooked. Just that poise and that control and that calm, like that. That's where that experience comes, especially against a team like Princeton,
Yep.
loaded to the brim with talent everywhere. And then even the don't get distracted by the big names, because then that's when Alex Cox will break one for 98 yards on you. And when we had Princeton on, Chance said that was his breakout candidate this year.
Literally.
Yeah. And Alex, I mean, he's the Slayer of Bluefields. I think that's the hardest name in the book, man. Slayer of Bluefields.
Literally is the reason why this Princeton team, well, not why they beat Bluefield, but he's the reason why they beat Graham for sure.
Yeah.
That 98-yard straw that broke the camel's back. I will say my final thoughts.
With sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia Eagles and Boston Scott being the giant slayer? Have you heard of that any?
You talked about it constantly. Yes.
Alex Cox is Boston Scott. 100%, bro. The Bluefield Slayer.
Bluefield Slayer. My final thoughts on Graham, though.
Better not go to the hometown shell. That's all I'm saying, bro. Just what?
But my final thoughts on Graham this year is, if you can slow down that Princeton offense, do you have a chance against that Lebanon offense? You know what I mean? Because if you can slow down Chance and Brad, can you slow down Reese and Baker? I
mean, that's what the SWD is going to come down to this year, right? It's just those two. Virginia High. Virginia High, though, sleeper alert. That team's good right now, bro.
They're very
that team's good. They're winning close football games. That's what you want to see. Is any team can go up by 40 and hold that lead, right? But how does a team handle a constant battle of control? That's what really shows what kind of man you are. And to win a 1-point game is all right, that's a good football team right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how you can see a championship team.
Thoughts on a game of the week real quick. Yeah. Man. Buddy. Man. Regardless, I think that Princeton's probably right now at this point is the better football team.
Yeah.
I think that game should do wonders for Graham's confidence moving forward, as long as they remember that game's already happened. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to see this stuff drag out into the week. It's Tuesday, and I'm still seeing posts about this stuff, take the weekend, talk about it. The wrong call definitely hurt your chances of winning. But now we lock in. You go get right. You go put up one on Marion, and then you get ready for a tough part of the schedule. You still got to play Lebanon. You still got to play Virginia High, and you still got to play. I believe they play Gate City, right?
Richlands. They got
what? Yeah,
they got Lebanon. What? If they got to play Gate City, buddy. Oh my god.
No, because they still play Tazewell. Yeah, so you just got nothing but straight district play left. Bro, lock in and go try to win the district.
Yeah, they got Marion, Pulaski, Virginia High, Lebanon, Tazewell, Richlands. That Pulaski game, man. That's a game. Because Pulaski's not world beating great this year, but they're sitting at 2-2, and that's a big school. That's a big school.
Hey, we just put that highlight up of that cat from Pulaski, the running back. Hey,
yeah,
Graham has a schedule left because Richlands isn't the lay down this team this year, anyways.
I don't ever like to say guarantee wins, but they got 2 wins. They got 2 teams on the schedule that you're kind of looking at like, okay, this should possibly be a win. This should probably be in Graham's favor. Marion and Tazewell. Don't sleep on Tazewell. Do not sleep on Tazewell. They have athletes. Walker Patterson, quarterback, and it's a rivalry game. I'm pretty sure it's at Tazewell, if I'm not, or no, it's at Richlands, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember how they're doing it. I know it's not going to be at Graham. So it might be a home game for Graham at Tazewell. So that's sneaky crazy.
Especially right down street,
20 minutes. And then, you got Pulaski, Virginia High, Lebanon, Richlands. Buckle up, man. You better bring your lunch pail.
Dude, Are you
Yes.
thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, because it's going to be at Tazewell. So yeah, I want to be there for
Well,
sure.
know what I'm thinking. Do we blame the city of Bluefield for this?
What do
Is
you
there
mean?
like did Graham? I don't want to sound crazy here, guys, and this is kind of satire. So walk with me here. Walk with me here.
You got me.
Did Mitchell Stadium carry the Graham G-Men?
Bro, that's an atmosphere that you can't. You walk into Mitchell Stadium, like I'm not saying nothing bad about these
Or
stadiums in Southwest Virginia, but
or
you walk into Mitchell Stadium, man. There's not too many stadiums you're going to see. Honeycutt for Princeton's like that. Richland Stadium, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, is like that. But that's it. You're not going to run into another.
that's
Virginia
actually
High
called
Stadium's kind
Andrew
of dope.
Boyd Park. Walk with me here.
Walk with me here. um, um, but yeah, you're not gonna walk into too many stadiums that are like Mitchell Stadium, and then that Graham side packed out every Friday night. Man, the only other stadium that I know walking into is not a great time to play at is Union. Crazy atmosphere. And Gate City's got this train horn that makes you
There
want to
it is.
literally punch the air.
I heard it this past week.
Yeah,
I heard it.
it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's
Um,
the most annoying thing in the world. And when they
I guess we'll
score, it just
dive into
makes you
these
so
mid-season
mad.
awards. I do want to
Yeah.
definitely next week we should maybe think about maybe like a little week long series. Do you think you can
Mhm.
find time like every night next week to do like a district dive where every like we record one 30-minute episode about each district and just drop it?
Possibly. Um,
I like the sound
it
of that.
it
I
depends
can
on it
here's my
depends on getting
thing.
my homework done.
I'm consumed. I can run an episode with every district and be fine by myself.
Literally,
I'm consumed by SWVA at this point.
it's so interesting, man.
I'm
Um,
gonna just be over here like Twin Springs, Victories, Union, hit in
play
line.
Ross. All
Yeah, play
right, but let's
Ross.
do, let's do these midseason rewards real quick. We're running over time. So for my front runners, MVP, I believe everybody in the world could guess this one. No brainer. Mr. Mike Reese. He's he's approaching 2,000 passing yards so fast. Fred, get your tattoo gun ready. Now, for offensive player of the year, man, this one's rough. There's three guys that come to mind, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12 guys that come to mind. Um, but the way I kind of looked at it was, would their team be here if this cat wasn't there on their team? And I really don't think Ridgeview is undefeated without him.
Give it
Jalen
to Jalen Deal.
Deal. Jalen Deal.
Mm.
But obviously you got Keldon Hamilton. What's his name? The Keys player from Virginia High. Toby, obviously. Avery Music.
Keith Law or even Deion Graham, the quarterback.
Deion Graham, right. But I think Ridgeview is not this Ridgeview team without Jalen. So I went there.
He's the real deal, bro.
Real deal. Defensive player of the year. This was a toss up for me. I don't care either one can get it. Keldon Hamilton from East Side. He's an amazing running back, even better linebacker. Kid's probably going to have 300 tackles by himself just this season. And then Union, D lineman, DN, Carlos Anderson. If he's not leading the state in sacks, I don't know who's beating him. I really, truly don't know who's got more sacks than him. My rookie of the year, we touched on him a little bit earlier. Gunnar Milhorn from Chilhowie. Every week. Nope. Rookie of the year. Every week he's got 150 rushing yards. Chilhowie is 4-1 because of him. That was the edge for me. That was the edge. Oh yeah, had to do it. And obviously, coach of the year, not obvious, but coach of the year for me is Kent Grant from Ridgeview. Fred, I know what you're going to say, man. I get it. Parker Lowe.
Oh, I didn't even think you knew who he was since he wasn't your rookie of the year. That's crazy, buddy. What?
2-3.
Cannot wait to see Jordan Masterson's comment on this live.
2-3, 4-1. You know what I mean? Like, yes, Honeacre's finding their groove. Parker Lowe is amazing. The kid he's the next coming, right? But Gunnar Milhorn is really the largest factor of why that Chilhowie team is 4-1. He really is.
Can I give my ballot before you get into your second ballot? Because I already wrote mine down too.
I knew you was going to have something to say.
MVP, Mike Reese. Big dog. Big dog.
Mr.
Who was my offensive player of the year? Wait, what? I tested this to you, right?
Yeah. Kind of.
Oh, yeah. What? Cam Boss at quarterback union. He's been electric this year.
Electric.
Man. But there's a few guys who could take it. Jalen Deal was on the table for myself, you know. He's having a crazy year. I'm sure I'm forgetting if Avery could be on that list, to be honest with you. Toby could be on that list, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna give the Cam Boss that the Union's 4-0, and he's just Mr. not turning the football over, 3 to 4 touchdowns a week, 2 to 300 total yards every week. Like he's just gonna do it for you every time.
Him and
Defensive
Keith are
player of
literally
the year for me. Defense player of the year for me. I mean, this is where it's interesting because I have another Eastside cat who's been, dude. He's had some crazy weeks, and that's Rocky Bond. That guy's a walking 4-sack game.
What's your name? What's your name? Bond. Rocky Bond. Cold.
And we talked about this some today too, and I told you, you know, maybe Carlos Anderson is a big one for myself too. He's been a menace, but I think I'm gonna give this right now to Rocky Bond. Rookie of the year for me, Parker Lowe, Honeacre. Listen, having one of the greatest freshman quarterback seasons I've ever seen in my entire life. That's just flat out what it is, you know. Coach of the year for me, Ronnie Davis, Richlands. Hey, Richlands, they're competitive, they're relevant. Shout out to Coach Ronnie Davis. Great guy. Love him. So that's mine.
Hold on, sorry. For some reason, our chat we just got bombarded with chats. Just upgraded.
We love you, John Surratt.
I don't know where these comments are from. Don't know where these comments came from. It took me refreshing the stream on my phone for the comments to jump in on over here on Restream.
Cody's a gaslighter, bro.
A little bit.
Oh, a little lag here. What's going on?
No, I'm just reading comments, man. Dyslexic.
All right, wait, talk to me. What are the people saying, man?
So Kevin McDavid, he asked a question that kind of everybody wants to know. We're not privy to any information. Everything I say about this topic is very much speculation. He wants to know, does anybody know what happened to Tailgate Talk with the boys? I don't.
We've had multiple people bring that to us this season.
Yeah.
The thing is, those were our guys, man. Bro. Early on in fresh off the block. I'm talking about year one when we brought this back 2 years ago. So I just 2 football seasons ago because we just closed on year 2, entering our 3rd football season because of where in the year we started it, which was August of 2023. Those were our guys, bro. Like they were fans of us quick. We become fans of them. At this point, we're low dogs. We're like 1,800 followers. And these dudes followed us for everything. We were talking to them, talking about doing some collaborations. They were doing good work. Then they just vanished. Have no idea, but they were some great personalities on that show for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoyed it. For sure. Fred.
What?
This is the conversation that I didn't we can get into it if you really want to. I know we're running a little long tooth here, but Colin Burnett said, is Reese Baker better than Barker Mosser? I don't know. I can't. I don't know, man. I really have no clue on how to even answer that. Are you saying, yeah, you don't know how to answer it, or yeah, they are?
I think that if I'm doing a fantasy draft, if I'm doing a dynasty draft and I got to take one with the other, I think just looking at it, I think I'm going to go Reese Baker. Now, with that being said, Chance is having a great season.
Great season.
Brad's going to win area MVP.
Brad might win the Kennedy. Real talk. Like,
maybe talent's deeper on that Princeton team, so they can't afford to just kind of spread the ball out. Some that's no knock on Lebanon's depth at all, you know. But I
at
think
all.
when it comes to
No
just flat
chance.
out quarterback to wide receiver connection, um, yeah, I think in terms of a duo, in
Are
terms
we
of what you
lagging?
can expect, man, yeah, I think I would probably lean Reese Baker there, but not by much, because I think that if I have a fantasy draft, I'm probably gonna go Brad over Baker. Do you get what I'm saying?
So fantasy wise, I agree 100%. Fantasy
Hmm.
football wise. But if I'm starting a franchise, who do I think gets my franchise to a championship first? That's how I'm looking at this question. And it to me it comes down to not them two as a pair or as a duo. It comes down to that offensive line, right? And Lebanon's offensive line is 10 times better than they were last year. They were as good last year, they're great this year. But that Princeton offensive line, man.
Oh, if we're going like that deep, I thought they just meant quarterback, wide
I never look
receiver.
at I
So
never look at it
Lebanon
that
gets
way.
to lean on running back too. To be honest with you, right? Like Lane Jesse, I'm probably gonna go Lane Jesse before Jake Belcher. That's no knock on Jake by any means, but Lane is a power forward running back for a reason.
Yep.
But if you put that Princeton offensive line, I'll take them against anybody. Shockey,
Alex,
Bolin,
Alex,
Moore,
Alex
Neely.
Davis, I want you to explain in the comments how we're biased. In what world are we biased? I want you to let me know. Let's talk about being biased. I want to know.
Is
Because
that the guy
Alex
that
said
asked us to? Is that the guy that asked us the question?
no. Alex Davis said y'all biased AF. I want to
Fair.
know the bias. I want to know. Let's have a Discord about it. Tell me how I'm biased. Let me know because I am
Cody?
Southwest Virginia reporter, um, and I'm leaning towards Brad and Mosser on this question. Fred is the West Virginia guy, and he's leaning
That's
towards
fair.
Big Mike Reese and Toby Baker. Where's the bias coming from there? I just want to know what makes us biased. Let's work on it. Um,
Mike Rich
but
just
yeah,
has 2,000 yards and 20 tutties through 5 weeks.
only like
That's all.
5,000,
Hey,
only like 500 rushing yards.
call me what you
but
want to. I'm probably gonna have to get number 10 tattooed on me. So hey,
um, Lori Beaver said rookie of the year, hands down Parker Lowe. The stats are off the charts, and the last two games he only played the first half. Facts. He
yeah,
did only play the first half.
bro.
In
You
the
know
2 weeks,
Parker's a
he's played
football
four
team,
quarters of football. Yeah, man. Crazy. Um,
and Avery's missed the whole basically game of football too.
Avery missed 2 games, like a game and a half. He missed a game and a half football.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy.
crazy. Um, Hunter Kern said, "What about Twin Springs?" And then Phil Sykes said Isaiah Kaiser, sorry, Isaiah Kaiser from Twin Springs, Rookie of the Year. Listen, y'all playing on Fred's heart right now with Twin Springs stuff.
Dude,
Okay,
when I saw that Twin Springs lost to the Craig County Riders, Cody, I clutched my pearls. Dude, I
mm-hmm.
hit the ground and I cried.
That's Fred's team,
Um,
man.
man. Hey, shout out. Listen, we might be having a John Gruden merch box opening soon. Stay tuned for that one, my Twin Springs family. Love y'all.
Stay
Hey, I
tuned.
trust coach and crew to get it together. We're fine. We're fine. Shout out
Yeah,
to the Titans, man.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, Rachel Carter Palmer, she said that home game at Richlands for Graham Tazewell. So Graham will be hosting Tazewell at Richlands. Appreciate y'all. I'm
At
so glad
neutral
that the
site,
comments
kinda.
finally popped up. So
Yeah.
glad.
Dude, what did John say? What did John rap? What my dog John say? We miss
John
you on the big screen, man.
John said I'm 6'5", 220. He
Yes, you
said
are, John. Yes, you are.
he also said who got the fumble. I believe he was talking about the Graham Princeton fumble there. I can't remember who the Graham player was that.
John beat me in fantasy this week, Cody. Dude, we haven't been posting the fantasy lead at all. I'll do that this week, y'all. I'm sorry about that. We've been busy.
I'm
John
one and
beat me in
four.
fantasy this week.
I don't want to talk about it. 1-4 in that league. I thought I drafted a
He beat me in
solid
fantasy
squad
too. He beat me in Dynasty this week.
Hello, 4-0.
Tyreek Hill was about to beat him by himself. That's crazy. Cody's won
No, he
4
wasn't.
games in 3
No, he
years and now he's
wasn't.
4-0.
Listen. If you seen the final stats, Justin Fields came through. Crazy that I had to start Justin Fields, but whatever. 57, 58. 58.
Oh, yeah. I would have needed my dog Tyreek Hill to score 100 more points. That sounds crazy, y'all, but we have Juice scoring in this league. Yeah, he put up 58. Brees Hall put up 30.
Mm-hmm. I touched
Tyreek Hill
300.
got hurt with 20. Yeah, hey.
I mean, he was going to put up 70,
well,
every bit of 70.
Do we got anything else in this thing, man? It's 8:30
Region 2D
closing on up.
J. Lester said Region 2D football going to play out crazy playoffs. Remaining games will be interesting. Absolutely.
Dude,
absolutely. Can't wait. Cannot wait. These playoffs this year is going to go
dude,
nuts.
it's going to be
Maybe
wild.
we have a big Fred signing.
Maybe we did a big Fred. Oh, dude, I'm so down. I'm so down. What?
Anytime Fred gets to come to Southwest Virginia, he loves it.
Dude, I'm so down. Y'all, I might be moving there soon. Y'all stay tuned for that one, huh? What did he just say?
Facts. Not a move-in stream to Fred's new home in Lebanon or Twin Springs.
Yeah, hey, coach, you got a couch bit old? I have a cat, 16 years old. I don't think Mesa would want to sleep on your couch, but I might be able to talk her into it.
John Surratt said, yeah, get your game up, Fred.
Yeah, sorry about that, John. Rough one for you boys, man. Man, I'm getting injury bugged out the wazoo this year.
Wazoo.
Still 3-1.
But
and,
Fred, we're going on an hour, 30 minutes. I'm calling it.
We
always appreciate you hosting.
We appreciate y'all. Jeb Stewart, Patrick Henry, Player of the Week on the West Virginia side.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by First Community Bank. Sarah Baker, home by, huh?
What?
Did I say
who's the for the West Virginia side? I mean, he might as well be Player of the Week for both. But
sorry, did I do?
He put up numbers for it.
Wow, it's 8:30. We've been on it for a while. Jeb Stewart, Patrick Henry, Virginia Player of the Week, brought to you by First Community Bank. Sarah Baker, home by Hicks & Co. and Goodson Supermarket. And then over on the West Virginia side, Brody Hamrick, Rainbrier East quarterback, brought to you by Burton Herbert Bank, Bill Cole Automall Bluefield, and Raynell Medical Center. Better healthcare at home.
Mm-hmm. Man, Fred, again, appreciate you hosting me. I enjoy doing this every week. I enjoy covering both sides of the state every day with you. This has been fun, always. Check us out next week. Fred will be live Monday, maybe. And if not, we'll be live for it again on Tuesday, hopefully. You know, Fred's covering 70 schools, man. Y'all got to give him a break sometimes.
Dude, y'all
covering a lot of schools right now.
Listen, this is like a 10-hour-a-day job for me, to be honest with you. It's disgusting.
Literally.
Disgusting. I have a blast of Thank y'all for just getting us here, man. I'm meeting a bunch of people every day. I feel like I'm just meeting someone new. We're having a great time with it. Big shout out to y'all. We just hit 22,000. We'll probably hit 23,000 before next week. So dude, thank y'all, everybody. For real, we're blessed to be in the area that we are.
We might hit it tonight.
We did 700 followers, sure, but really just thank y'all. The numbers behind the screens are insane. We're hitting literally millions of views a week, which is disgusting. So thank y'all for everything. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we are blessed to have the people that we have behind us. We have a core of just parents that will move mountains for us. So for real, thank y'all.
And maybe a John Surratt cameo next week for the episode too.
Did John say it in the comments?
No, he has no idea. I just said it.
All right. John Surratt, you're being called out for the rough and rowdy, big dog. You better get ready.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Big Fred. Good night. Appreciate everybody.
I'll talk to you.